stop whatever you're doing for just a moment. That ordinary 1972 Lincoln penny sitting in your pocket, your coin jar, or even forgotten inside an old drawer could be worth far more than a single cent. Most people never look twice at these coins, but a few lucky collectors have discovered rare 1972 pennies that sold for thousands of dollars simply because they noticed one tiny detail everyone else missed. Imagine paying for your morning coffee with a coin that could have covered an entire vacation instead. The truth is, valuable 1972 Lincoln pennies are still hiding in circulation, mixed in with billions of ordinary coins. They don't sparkle, they aren't made of gold, and they don't look expensive at first glance. That's exactly why so many people spend them without realizing what they have. In this video, I'll show you exactly what makes certain 1972 Lincoln pennies so valuable, how to spot the famous double die variety, and the simple features that could turn an ordinary-looking penny into a collector's dream. Before you spend another cent, take a closer look at every 1972 penny you own, because your next life-changing discovery might already be sitting in the palm of your hand. So, what makes one 1972 Lincoln penny worth just 1 cent, while another from the very same year can sell for thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a rare minting mistake that has fascinated collectors for decades. Back in 1972, the Philadelphia Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies to meet the country's growing demand for coins. During the preparation of one of the working dies, something went wrong. The design was impressed more than once, but the impressions didn't line up perfectly. As a result, every coin struck from that defective die carried noticeable doubling on parts of the design. Unlike damage that happens after a coin leaves the mint, this mistake occurred before the coins were ever made. That means the doubling became part of the coin itself, making it a genuine mint error that collectors actively search for today. Only a small number of these doubled die pennies entered circulation before the problem was discovered. Most people never noticed the difference and spent them like ordinary pocket change. For years, these rare coins quietly passed from hand to hand, hiding among billions of normal pennies. Today, demand for the 1972 doubled die Lincoln cent continues to grow because authentic examples are becoming harder to find. High-grade coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, while even circulated examples can bring impressive prices. The exciting part is that some of these pennies may still be sitting unnoticed in old coin jars, family collections, or rolls of pennies from the bank. Knowing exactly what to look for could make all the difference. Now comes the most important part of this video: how to identify a genuine 1972 double die Lincoln penny. The good news is that you don't need expensive equipment to spot the major signs. In many cases, the doubling is strong enough to see with your own eyes, although a small magnifying glass can make the details much easier to recognize. The very first thing to check is the date. It must read 1972. Next, look carefully beneath the date. A genuine double die variety was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, so there should be no mint mark below the year. If you see a D or an S, you're looking at a different coin. Now examine the words Liberty and In God We Trust. These are the areas where the strongest doubling usually appears. Instead of looking blurry or damaged, the letters should appear as if they were printed twice, with clear separation between each impression. The doubling should be sharp and well-defined, not flat or smeared. Don't stop there. Compare your coin with a normal 1972 penny if you have one nearby. The difference can be surprisingly obvious once you know what to look for. Many beginners mistake worn coins or machine doubling for the real thing, but true doubled die coins show the error as part of the original design itself. If your 1972 penny matches these characteristics, don't rush to clean it or spend it. Set it aside carefully, because the next few details could help determine whether you're holding an ordinary cent or a coin worth thousands of dollars. Here's something many new collectors don't realize. Not every 1972 double die penny is identical. Coin experts have identified several different double die varieties from 1972, but one stands far above the rest in both popularity and value. The most famous is known as the 1972 Doubled Die Obverse, often called the major variety by collectors. This is the coin everyone hopes to find because it displays bold, unmistakable doubling on the front of the penny. Strong examples of this variety have sold for thousands of dollars, especially when they remain in excellent condition. There are also several minor doubled die varieties from the same year. While they don't usually command the same high prices as the major variety, they can still be worth far more than face value. Their doubling is often weaker and may only appear on certain letters or parts of the design, making them more difficult to identify without careful inspection. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. A heavily worn coin might sell for only a few $100s, while a sharp, uncirculated example with bright original surfaces can attract aggressive bidding from collectors. Even small differences in preservation can mean the difference between hundreds and thousands of dollars. That's why experienced collectors never judge a coin by the date alone. They study the strength of the doubling, the overall condition, and whether the coin has been damaged or cleaned. If your 1972 penny appears to show clear doubling, resist the temptation to clean it. The next step is learning how to separate a genuine doubled die from common lookalikes, because that's where many people make costly mistakes. Before you get too excited, there's one important warning every collector should know. Not every 1972 penny with unusual-looking letters is a valuable doubled die. In fact, thousands of people mistakenly believe they've found a rare coin when they're actually looking at a much more common type of minting effect known as machine doubling. Machine doubling happens during the striking process when the die shifts slightly as the coin is being struck. Instead of creating bold, separated lettering, it leaves a flat, shelf-like appearance along the edges of the letters. While it may look unusual at first glance, machine doubling is very common and usually adds little or no extra value. Another mistake people make is judging a coin that has been heavily worn or damaged. Years of circulation can distort the design, making certain letters appear thicker or uneven. Dirt, scratches, and corrosion can also create the illusion of doubling where none actually exists. If you think you've discovered a genuine 1972 doubled die, avoid cleaning or polishing the coin. Even a light cleaning can reduce its value dramatically because collectors prefer original surfaces. Instead, place the penny in a protective holder and compare it with verified examples before making any decisions. A careful inspection today could save you from either overlooking a valuable treasure or getting your hopes up over an ordinary one. Even if your 1972 penny isn't the famous doubled die, don't put it back in circulation just yet. Several other mint errors from this year can also carry surprising value, and many collectors search for them every day. One error to watch for is an off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin isn't perfectly aligned during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, while still showing the full date, the more valuable the coin can become. Another collectible error is a die crack. Over time, the dies used to strike coins develop tiny cracks, and those cracks appear as raised lines on the finished coin. While small die cracks are fairly common, larger and more dramatic examples are often sought after by collectors. You should also check for clipped planchettes, where a portion of the coin is missing because the metal blank was improperly cut before striking. These unusual-looking pennies stand out immediately and can sell for well above face value, depending on the size and appearance of the clip. The key is to examine every 1972 Lincoln penny carefully instead of focusing on just one variety. Sometimes an overlooked mint error can be just as exciting as a doubled die discovery. In the next section, you'll learn exactly what to do if you believe you've found a valuable 1972 penny and how to protect its value before showing it to an expert. So, what should you do if you believe you've found a valuable 1972 Lincoln penny? The first and most important rule is simple: don't clean it. It may be tempting to polish the coin to make it look newer, but even gentle cleaning can leave tiny scratches that permanently reduce its value. Serious collectors and grading companies always prefer coins with their original surfaces, even if they're dark or dirty. Next, handle the coin as little as possible. Hold it only by the edges to avoid leaving fingerprints, and place it in a protective coin holder or a soft plastic flip. This helps prevent accidental damage while you decide on the next step. Once the coin is safely stored, compare it with high-quality photographs of verified 1972 doubled die pennies. Pay close attention to the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. If the doubling appears to match, it's worth having the coin examined by a professional. The best way to confirm authenticity is through a respected third-party grading service. A certified coin gives buyers confidence and often sells for much more than an uncertified example. If your penny turns out to be genuine, you could be holding a coin that collectors have been searching for over decades. Before you spend another 1972 Lincoln penny, take a few extra minutes to inspect it carefully. That small effort could be the difference between spending 1 cent and discovering a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. Stories of valuable 1972 Lincoln pennies continue to surprise collectors, and that's one of the biggest reasons interest in this coin has never faded. Over the years, genuine 1972 double die pennies have appeared in old family collections, forgotten piggy banks, bankrolls, and even everyday pocket change. In many cases, the owners had no idea they were holding anything special until an expert took a closer look. As more people learn about this famous error, finding an undiscovered example becomes increasingly difficult. Many of the best coins have already been added to private collections, where they may not return to the market for years. That limited supply, combined with steady demand from collectors, has helped keep values strong, especially for coins with sharp details and original surfaces. Auction results have shown that exceptional examples can sell for impressive prices, while even circulated pieces often attract serious attention from buyers. That's why experienced collectors inspect every 1972 penny they receive, instead of assuming it's just another common coin. The exciting part is that the search isn't over. Millions of 1972 Lincoln pennies were produced, and some experts believe that valuable varieties are still waiting to be discovered. Your next handful of change, an old coin jar, or a forgotten collection passed down through your family, could contain the very coin collectors have been searching for. Sometimes, a fortune isn't hidden in a treasure chest. It's hiding in plain sight, disguised as an ordinary penny. Now it's your turn to see if you've been carrying a hidden treasure without even knowing it. Go through every 1972 Lincoln penny you can find. Check your pocket change, old coin jars, piggy banks, and family collections. Take your time and look closely at the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. That one extra minute of inspection could uncover a coin worth far more than its face value. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare coins hiding in everyday circulation, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next discovery. Leave a comment below and tell us if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you're about to start searching your collection today. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your hunt for the next rare Lincoln penny.